we got a corner pole right here. Okay, that's a corner pole. And I get a call from a journeyman lineman. Not only is he a journeyman, but he's the lead lineman for this utility, Illinois. And he says, hey man, I'm using your analog and I'm getting 13,000 volts. I'm only on 7,200. Well, being a lead lineman, you don't want to argue with them on the phone, especially not face to face, because they're always right and you're going to be wrong. So I said, look, I'll come out there, I'll get a plane ticket, I'll fly out there, I'll give you some line worker safety and tool competence, and let's go back out in that same scenario after the training, and you're going to use that broke tool, and let's see the results. And he agreed. I was out there in a couple weeks. So here's this corner pole. We got 3 phases in front. We got 3 phases to the side. I'm in the bucket truck. He goes up, gets in that bucket truck. He gets his analog meter. He makes contact with that conductor, and he's getting about 7,300 volts on 7,200. Pretty darn accurate. Huh? Pretty darn accurate. He got out of that bucket truck. Lead lineman, mind you. And this was good. He came out of that bucket truck and he proceeded to tell me everything I already knew was happening when he called me. Because it's real easy to understand that 7,200, if you're out of phase, phase to phase, out of phase, you're going to be real close to 13,000 volts. And he was using the wireless analog. So he got out and he said, hey, when I was up there a couple weeks ago, I was using it like this. Short sticking. Think about it. He's in the bucket. When you short stick it into the bucket, you're a lot closer to that primary. Dang. You're not protecting your air dielectric. You're kicking your air dielectric to the wayside, your best friend. Try doing that a lot. See what happens. You start kicking your best friend to the wayside. Not going to be good. Okay? Here's that corner pole. He's short sticking. He's got his back to the enemy. When you're working hot, we need to train our folks that energized conductor or conductors are our enemy. Okay? When you go home and you turn on the lights and you give your spouse a nice big squeeze, that electricity is a blessing. But when you're working hot, always consider that electricity that you work with an enemy. Anybody here ever see ready kilowatts? I call them ready to kill a lot. Okay, that's another session that I train. And I tell you what, if you ever see that ready kilowatt, he's got a gangly lightning bolt body with a knife in his hand about to kill this little kid. Huh? And he looks like right out of a horror film. And I tell you what, you lose an arm, you lose a leg, you don't go home that day, your family, you're going to experience a horror. It is a horror. Remember that. If that's the truth, that electricity, when you're working hot, is your enemy. He had his back to the enemy. Short sticking. Improper body position. 1, 2. And what happened was, when he was looking at that potential, that phase behind him was coupling capacitively with his body. It was flowing through his body, across his gloves, through the tool, the opposite direction, which they will do that. And the tool was making contact with X, and that current was flowing through the tool the proper direction. So literally, he was phase to phase out of phase. He was a living, breathing, wireless phasing tool. All right? So I want you all to remember that. But when he created that air dielectric, he had his front to the enemy, which always keep your front to your enemy. Why would you put your back to your enemy? And he was back on a stick, so he had his air dielectric times 2. Not improper body position times 2, but air dielectric times 2. And he got what? Whoa, wait a minute. He got that equation, X plus Y equals safety and accurate information gathered. Huh? Maybe by now, some of you guys and gals, maybe this is starting to click a little bit in your mind. That's good. Okay? Remember that. Proper tool position.